Well, hello everybody. It is Alright Black Boss. I am back here with you. You're getting a voiceover because, like a dumbass, I didn't realize that my microphone was not working. So yeah. I started the day by driving to Bob off screen, so that way we
Terry
could
Bob's
get
is
the
now open, and we've got
next
sales
tier
on all kinds of
started.
items
So
today.
we had to go talk to Bob, get that done. And I'm just walking old Harold in the face with the sledgehammer, no big deal. And then I did a pretty good shot of the spider zombie there. Caught him in midair. Yeah. So we go, we talk to Bob, we get this done. Yeah, I had to pause there because I had to move the cat. She was in the way. And then we go and talk to Bob.
Morning. What
We
can I
get the
get
special job, which leads us to Hugh. Buy a bunch of stuff from
you?
Bob.
If you need some work,
'cause
you
we have
must
to.
be double backbone
Bob.
to take this. I got machines that'll make your heart skip
Sell
a
a
beat.
few things too, I think. Yeah, so I was dumb. I didn't realize that I had no audio. No commentary or anything. So you guys could have gotten 45 minutes of silence and just game sounds and everything and watching me be an idiot on the camera. But nope, I realized it and now I'm doing this voiceover. So, yeah. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and talk for a little bit. Because, like I say in the actual video, I was actually talking about this. 2.5 is coming to 7 Days to Die, and it's going to do enough damage to this game world that it is in the best interest to wrap up this series when 2.5 drops. I wish that wasn't the case. I would like to see this, but it's probably not going to happen. So we go ahead here. We're going to load up the bike with all our fun stuff that we're not going to need, and then we're going to drive to see Hugh. So yeah, like I said, 2.5 is apparently going to do enough to this world that it is going to be necessary to start over. Like, it's reintroducing empty jars, it's moving the dew collector up a spot in the crafting tier, like it's moving it to past the workbench, I believe. The patch notes for the experimental say it's going to be level 16, skill 16, not level 16. Other than that, it, and they're going to have gore-friendly spitters and cross claws. They're changing how those look and the names on them too. They're also doing a few other things. I'm going to leave that kind of quiet for now because I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, when 2.5 officially drops, the free-for-all will be done. And we'll be doing I guess a quest for jars. That will be that will kind of be where we're at. And it's kind of a bummer, honestly, because we got the Crucible, we got steel tools, we've got Impact Driver, just drove past a mountain lion there, and we have all of this stuff, and we're going to be going back and starting all over again. And that's part of the fun with 7 Days, is starting over. This is the fun part of every RPG, in my view. This is just my view, because I enjoy starting over. I enjoy experiencing it again for the first time. And there we are, right at Hugh. And it's been a while since we've been to Hugh, so go ahead and we reload some of his stuff. Like the car here. Oh, iron sledgehammer. You can sell that. And then we reloot the workstations, because reasons. forge ahead. Hey, free experience. Oh, look. Oil shell. More oil shell and more free experience. Yay. And it's at this point that I notice there's a ruckus outside Hugh's place. I think it's a bear. It could be a frostclaw. I don't know. I don't worry about that. I'm more concerned about meeting Hugh again. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot that. I didn't realize that I had my my mic off. That's just stupidity on a grand scale. So I'm making my way around to his munitions crate. Just decided I'm gonna make some cloth fragments so I can take the last item from his munitions crate.
We're not besties. Huh. That was some good work.
It just dropped. I think it's I dropped some feathers so that I can grab that.
Need ventilation for
I sell
Joel's
a bunch of
armor.
stuff.
Buy my ammo.
I think I'm kind of gushing a bit because he's got like a pump shotgun and a magnum and all kinds of high-powered weaponry, and I'm just like, yee, I want, but I can't has. Yeah, it's just looking at all his stuff and buying books. Or buying one book,
You
I
made
think
a
it is.
great decision.
And I pick up my feather, and I take a job for him. And we're gonna go do the mortician's house.
Nothing
That's
better
close
than
by.
You can always quit a job if things get too hairy. I'd go down in a blaze of glory, but that's just me.
And I'm pretty sure I said something witty here, I don't know what. Probably complaining about the noise outside Hugh's place. And then acknowledging that I'm going outside where there's a lot of noise, so I'm gonna need to make sure I got the AK. You know, being smart, making sure my weapons are fully loaded and everything. Sorry, yawning. And then sort that, open up that. Didn't get any discoveries from that, which is a bummer, but that's okay. And then we run over Blight. Blam! Right in the back. And right in front. So I just completely ran over him. Now, one thing that I did notice when I was in the desert is there were a lot of ferals. And then this is about to be an oh shit moment, because I'm so focused on this guy that the dire wolf decides he's going to come and eat me. So, emergency bandage. Get the hammer back out so I can deal with Howard. Who is a feral hound? Alright. I got more coming. Oh, Pierre, the lumberjack. And then I got the nurse. Yaps Sylvia going down. And then I go ahead and I use my bandage. And then I realized the wolf gave me a laceration, so I needed to patch that up. I was amazed I didn't get infected. And then I finally remember, oh yeah, I have this challenge I have to redeem, because I got a lot of yucca in the desert. And I got, oh wow, that bag dropped a lot of stuff. Biker helmet, I got another set of NVGs, which I completely forgot about that. Dropping some stuff off in there, and then this is where I'm a complete and total dumbass. In that I forgot medical supplies. I forgot the 2 stacks of first aid bandages that I had there. I forgot all sorts of stuff. But now we've started the quest. So now we gotta go in here, we gotta go beat stuff up. And then I hear a noise from below. And I see the little red dot. And I'm thinking, oh, the red dot's on the roof. Nope, red dot's right there. That's a feral blight. Not a feral white, feral blight. Because he looks like Blight from Batman Beyond. I just go and I just deal with him. Hit him in the chest with the sledgehammer and take his head and ball him into the wall. And that's that. So now we're starting the Mortician's house, which is a tier 4. It's pretty involved. A lot of fun. Oh look, there's a biker. And can I just say it is so nice to actually have a mouse where I don't have to worry about the arrow, shooting off accidentally. That's just a lovely thing. I got one of my bullets back, I think. Yeah, as I switched out, my Steel Series mouse was not... the left mouse button was no longer behaving itself. To the point where I would actually have to have my hand at the very front of it just to get it to work. So, yeah, that was kind of a good thing that I replaced that. So I'm back on my Razor Basilisk. And now we're inside, and oh look, there's a zombie. It's a feral beat. And then we got a biker doing the low space mambo. And now the biker's done. And there are noises outside at this time, I believe. If not, that's coming shortly. I'm leaving seeds behind because I don't need seeds. Closing door. And I remember, oh yeah, little thing here. Weapon bag, yay. And that's like, nope, that's too strong. I'm gonna go around the other way. You smart, close the door. Break that open. Hey, loot. And sand. I decide to have some food because I'm hungry. I'm short some health, and then this is when I suddenly realize, oh yeah, I don't have bandages. I'm also checking my stuff so I can put 2 mods that I just got, wood splitter and a weighted head, onto things. Like, I actually could not believe that my axe did not have a wood splitter mod. And then this is another fun room. As you see old Pete right there. And I try to be sneaky, but I hit the bookshelf. So I go and deal with the other zombie instead, and just back up and wait for Pete. And then it's me and Pete. Get a lot of loots here. Sawed-off shotgun mod. Bunch of books. Don't need your paper, sorry. Then over here, get the water. Try to pick up my bolt from him. Get stuff going. Get lots of loot. Close the door behind me because I'm not stupid. I pretend to be stupid. I'm really not. That. Little visual glitch there. Get the stuff in the things. Get some lumber. And free experience, because that's a book I already have. And then we drop down, and there's a bunch of zombies in this room. Like 3 or 4 dots. So, just blow out and then this guy decides he's gonna be a pain in the butt. He landed very awkwardly. And it's at this point that I realize I got a zombie trying to break in there. because the zombies from outside have found their way inside. I go and do my looting in the bathroom here. Yeah, I don't need your paper. No toilet paper for you either. And then I just decide, you know what, I'm just gonna break my way through here. Get rid of this. I actually have an easier time, and then I forget the TV set. And then I just go ahead, take that, wipe out blight. So we've got stuffs. And then we go and we check all the lootses and the thingses. And I still don't need your toilet paper. And this is where I decide I'm going to be a little smart. Kind of a scary concept, I know, but... Them come out. Little spinorama. We'll spin the block like Mike Santana. I don't need your paper. And look at all the loot. All the looty loot. That we're not going to get. Because it's all cloth. A little bit of other stuff. And then that's when I realize I have some trouble outside that door. Because I have a frost climb. That's true. Frost climb. Now there's another zombie out there somewhere. I'm just kind of like, I don't know where you are, so I'm not going to worry about you. I'm just going to go do my thing. And then I'm going to head... I was going to try to close that door, but there's no door there, so... And I come down here... and take a look at some stuff. Try to figure out where that zombie is in relationship to me. Kind of hard, but... no dice. And then I break through here. Oh, look, there's Pierre. And I was going to start breaking this, and then, oh my god, Feral Pete. Ah, Feral Pete. Feral Pete's gone. So then I do break through here. Just so I can get back to my bike. And drop a bunch of stuff off. Yeah, and the problem with doing a tier 4 when your bike is pretty full is you got to juggle a lot of inventory. So this is where I figure, oh, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to protect myself in case there's a wandering horde. After I come up here and do more looting. And get full up again. And that's when I realize that's just the back half of that hallway. Beverage container. Puppies are going nuts outside right now. And I wander outside thinking, okay, I'm just going to check and see, because I was supposed to come out there, so I'm going to check the other way. Spoiler alert, this becomes important later. And I go outside, and I can't go that way because, you know, barbed wire. So we go back, and this is where I decide I'm going to try to be smart. So I'm going to make a spiky trap. I'm going to essentially rebuild the door that I had. And then this is me attempting to be smart, and then it immediately becomes stupid. So I'm just like, okay, well, I got the spikes. Oh, wow, the door's right in my face. Wait, that doesn't look right. And then it becomes, oh, I can't put the door there. Well, then, I figure I'm going to try to be smart about this. I'm going to do some advanced rotation. And see if I can get this door to be just, like, right that. I end up paying for that later. And yes, I did get bandages out of the bike. And books, get some learning on. And I know there's a zombie over there, but that's where some of them came in, so I figure, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and plug this hole. I got puppies going nuts outside. I move my bandages back. I got a zombie. He gets speedball to oblivion. And I'm coming into the anteroom. I go into the uncle room. Oh, you really stuck the landing. Very impressed. Oh, feral. Oh, other feral. Oh, base model. There we go. More bandages. Yay. And close the door because I'm naively thinking that it will protect me. Search the casket. Armor part. Take that, get the plastic. There's a box there. And again, we start juggling our inventory. Because we're full up, the bike's starting to get full up, so this is not fun times when you have to juggle your inventory like that. Especially since I know that there's more stuff up there. So, this is how I find out my smartness did not work out so well. So I can't get through there. So my smartness did not work, needless to say. Had to get rid of the door. And then, again, get rid of the spikes. Except I got a blight out there, so take a pot shot at him with the AK. Take another pot shot, get rid of him. He gone. Bust through that. Go back over here to the bike. Drop a bunch of stuff off. And start getting rid of some things as well. Mostly just the seeds, because I have a decent stockpile of seeds back at the base, so there's really no point in having all of those seeds. But one thing that I definitely did notice is I'm starting to get a lot of the specialty ammunition, like the breaching slugs, the high power, the armor piercing. I'm starting to get a lot of that stuff. Coming back through here, as we got a little bit of loot we got to get still in this room. Got to do the tightrope, get the stuff, and then that one's got a good thing. That's got a level 5 pistol, which is yay. And then we got a magazine, more cement, also yay. And back inside. And hey, free experience and corn. More free experience. More free experience, I think. As I'm doing this voiceover, I'm looking at a screen that is maybe the size of an index card, so it's a little hard to know what exactly is going on at times. So, I see the Shamway crate, gotta break into that. And so what do? I drink some water because I see that I'm just about at 50%. I eat some cornmeal because I'm an idiot. That way I can take the stuff. There's another spot where they probably could break in. I triggered Mr. Biker. Gary got speedball to oblivion. There's the light on the window seat. Light's now stuck on the window seat for forever. I'm back here, get my loot. And I'm like, I want the cobblestone, but I can't has the cobblestone. I'm getting more free experience. Also dealing with the cat who's clawing the window jamb. So I'm a little distracted during this. So I had to leave the bones behind. And that can't go that way because that's a barbed wire. Here I'm talking about, well, I know there's a basement, I just don't know how to find it. Spoiler alert, I do eventually find it. But right now, it's another trip to the bike. And back inside we go. Cat is being a pain in the butt right now. Not in the game. She's being a pain in the butt on the voiceover. So now it's the quest for the basement. And then it's like, oh yeah, there's this door here. That's where the basement is. Then I gotta do more looting. More sand, I think. Clay. And then a bathroom. And more free experience, because it's a book that we're already full on. I don't need your toilet paper. Honey. Honey is helpful. And then we're going down into the basement. And this is where I do something smart. I reload my AK. Reload the crossbow. And then I hit the night vision. Right there. That's because I don't know what's down there. I don't know if there's something hiding there or what. And the puppies are going nuts outside right now. Oh, look, there's a workbench with lots of stuff. Oh, look, more free experience. Steel tool part, always welcome. More free experience, always welcome. I decided to take the little path here because once I go over here and take a look, it's like, oh yeah, okay, so I'll go this way. And we're coming up on a little pile of trash with a lot of stuff. And then I decide I'm going to get the coal too. And then we're back to the regular vision. And we pick up all the steel chairs. You know, why can't you use a steel chair as a weapon in this game? You know, just spitballing a little. And also, I love the fact that when you loot, like, the fridge or the cooler, it shuts off. Like, there's no more noise from it. I love that. And then that triggers the zombies. Because there's little Lisa. Sorry, that's Claire. And we're going into the lab, the embalming area, whatever. There's old hazmat Harry. He gets speedballed onto the table. Hey, acid, cool. More loot. Testosterone extract and nitrate powder. So I think I wanted... I don't remember what I do here. Yeah, I think I dropped some rotten flesh. I go ahead and I use the vitamin because I'm not being completely stupid. I saw I had a full stack. There's some trash there. I'm kind of looking around and oh, there's the chem station. Oh, look, there's oil shale. You know what? I need that. Okay. I'm going to be right back in a little bit. I got to go deal with puppies. Okay, puppy situation has been resolved. 3 of them have been put outside. So now it's just looting time for a little bit. oh, darn, I'm full up. I can't get anything else. And then I go, oh, yeah, this is where it all pops off. You know. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be sneaky. And hit him in the head. And then there's a zombie. Ooh, left a loot bag. So I'm figuring out how to take the loot that it gave me, and then I remember, oh yeah, there's all kinds of craziness that's going to happen here, so I go in, trigger the crazy, back up. Just walk a couple of walkings. And then it all really pops off, because now I got ferals. And the sledge perk really comes into play here, because it means everybody stops when I hit them hard, except for the lady who smacks me in the face because reasons. I'm sure I deserved it. And then I'm just realizing I left all of those coffins unlooted. Well, I can't go back in time and can't go fix that. And I'm like, well, can I get in there? No, I can't. And that's when I hear the zombie beating on the thing. And he's a feral hazmat Harry. Oh, look, he left a loot bag too. So I got that. Just decided I'm going to drink the goldenrod right now. And then I jettison the money for the bullets. And, oh look, big freaking loot pile. So, let's break in, get some stuff. Got some free experience, because I'm pretty sure that was a book I had. And then back to this. Couple of tool books, so we got some upgrades. There's another box over there. I forgot that completely. Okay, and then we're going to break into the hardened chest, and lo and behold, it only takes us one lockpick. Sorry for the spoilers, but we get through it first try. Boop, there we are. Look at all the stuff. You know, that's something that I really didn't notice, is that, you know, we get all this stuff, but it's really only two levels of the box. We're not getting like a full box of stuff. We're getting like 2 to 3 items. That's it. No, 2 to 3 rows. That's it. Because that box is like 14, like 10 or some odd, 10 or some odd rows. And then, of course, we have to dig our way out here. And we don't even get like a full loot box. It's kind of a bummer, but... Okay. So now we're out dropping stuff off back in the bike so we can go loot the rest of the stuff. Making more decisions about things. Like, I don't need that, I don't need that. And yes, I keep the pistol. I'm not stupid. That's a tier 5 pistol. I'm not giving that thing up. So I free up enough space. We go back inside. And after some arguing with physics, we get inside. There we go. And we go back and we do the looting again. Get our mechanical part. We get our stuff there. Ammo. Take some of the ammo from there, and then that's all we can do. So we're back outside. Yeah, this is kind of boring, running back and forth from the bike to the treasure, to the bike, to the treasure, but it's got to be done, you know. And hey, free experience. Hey, I didn't have to fight with it this time and got in. And we come back, we get the loot. I go ahead and do the treasure map. And then this is where I almost do another dumb. Because this would have been a very big dumb. So you see I'm hopping on the bike, going around, and then I think, wait, why isn't my quest marker showing? And then it's like, oh crap, I still have the quest to do. I missed stuff. So now, and then I bounce the bike a couple of times. And then it's like, okay, well, let's go back to the beginning of this and let's work our way through. So it's just being a systematic check of trying to do stuff and failing to get up on this ledge here. And then I have the idea, okay, well, let's do it the way it actually wanted me to do it, as opposed to how I actually did it. So then it becomes, okay, we're going to get through here, go through here. And then it becomes, okay, well, I was supposed to go out here. Instead, I went through there, so going to get stuck for a little bit, and then we're going to go out here, and this is probably where they are. And look, bird. And then we make the jump here, get the loot. And then there's a Harry. And that was it. That was it. That was all I needed to finally finish the job. So then, go back, deal with Hugh, I get my reward. I remembered where I parked my bike. That doesn't happen that often. It really doesn't. I go and I be smart, drop off a few things. So that way I can hold whatever reward I get. As it's a tier 4 quest, so you're thinking, oh, gonna be really good reward, right? Right? Gonna be really good reward, because it's a tier 4. You know, it's one step lower than the maximum. Because they don't have tier 6. They really don't have tier 6s or 7s. It's just tier 5 is the top. So.
Good evening.
And then we turn it on.
You got the job
realize,
done.
oh yeah, you're not getting a lot of good rewards. So
Pay my trip.
I just take the steroids, figuring I'll sell it back to him.
Weapons aplenty, survivor.
I sell all the brass because I scrapped some radiators, sell the lead. And this is where I decide I'm going to be smart and I'm going to repair the assassin hood that I got, so that way I can sell it for more money.
To a glorious day.
I take a look. I want my scavenger hat because I want my scavenging EXP up. And then Hugh gives me crap about asking.
May I?
You know,
just look.
And I buy some books. Nothing too crazy, just buying books. And then I decide I'm going to do a dumb.
A good idea.
I'm doing a lot of dumb in this episode. I decide that, you know, first off, I'm just gonna close this door because I don't want to be rude. But then I'm like, okay, I need to set up a waypoint so that I can get back to base because I don't know where it is. So I decide I'm gonna lock onto the mini bike and have that be my way. And then I look around and, oh, the mini bike's there. And then I notice, oh, yeah, there's the treasure icon. So I go, well, where's my treasure? I'm checking the map and I'm like, huh, it's not there. Oh, yeah, I gotta track the quest. Duh. And then I just decide, okay, I'm gonna go get the treasure. And yes, I do close here because I'm not worried. And there's a crosswalk. And then we just go off, get this we go and find the treasure. taking a look at all sorts of things that we don't want to mess with. Because fortunately, the treasure was not that far away from Hugh's. But there is a little obstacle to it, and that should be coming up shortly. So a little four-legged obstacle. There's a bear. There's the bear. So I go around the bear. And I figure, okay, I might go ahead and just start the quest. Start looking for the loots. And then I become like, oh yeah, I better drop some stuff off in the bike if I can. So I drop off some rotten flesh. Because I'm thinking, it's a treasure quest. There's going to be a lot of loot. And there was. Spoiler. Also, yeah, the digging physics are not the greatest in this game because I wasn't digging that block down there. And I look up and I see the bear, and I'm like, you know what, I better go take care of this because it's going to be a pain in my butt. So, I lock and load the crossbow after I reload it. Chunk. Stealth shot, knocked it down. Went with the AK, got it down. And then I get a cavalcade of zombies coming because, oh, noise. Oh, meat. I got that guy. There's the frost claw. He's gonna chuck a stone at me. And I think he actually hit the bear with the stone, so that's why the bear corpse disappeared. I never got to harvest it. And then we get back inside here, do our digging for this treasure chest, and in just a little bit, we get very lucky. Because it's like, oh, there it is, right there. And for the second time in a row, first try. And look at all of that stuff. Look at all of that. That's a good chunk of stuff right there. And there's a lever action in that too, by the way. So now I decide I'm going to do something a little crazy. I'm going to have a vitamin. You see my mouse is still not 100% perfect, but it is a lot better. I eat a sham sandwich. I take some of the stuff that I know I already had in the bike. Go back down. Get more of the stuff that I already had in the bike. Because I do want those 2 mods. And then it becomes, I'm just going to eat the corn from my bike. And then I go back and get the mods. And then this is where I wrap up the video after getting all of this stuff, because I try to explain what I'm going to do with the series going forward, and I am going to kind of explain that now. Once I see the pause. There we go. Okay, so what's going to happen with the series is I figure we've got probably about 2 weeks before experimental hits. I'm going to guess on that. And then probably another 2 weeks before stable hits. So I figure we have enough time. We're probably going to get through one more Horde night in this series. We're not going to make it to Joel. That requires a lot of work because we're heading back to Rect off camera. So that's going to mean that we're going to be limited on what we can do. So that's kind of where things stand right now. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here because you're going to get a video tomorrow. So until next time, everyone, please remember, be safe, be well, stay strong, stay healthy, both physically and mentally, because there are a lot of people out there, including myself, who are having issues right now, hopefully nothing health related. Please be good to each other. Please do the best you can for each other. Please stop the hate. Like I said, I will see you folks tomorrow for another video. Bye, everybody.